Until it is more accessible, until it is free or it costs significantly less money, until it is better understood in AFAB folks, people of color, queer folks, until it is better understood and better able to spot in high masking folks, until it is more widely understood and better known by more professionals, autism self-diagnosis is completely valid. And even after all those things are true, it's still valid. Because nobody knows your own experience better than yourself. I know that by me saying this, you might have some sort of reaction and you might want to respond to defend your stance either way. And I think that's totally okay. We're all allowed to have our opinions on this. My opinion on this is of course formed by my own personal experience and by all the research that I've done. Before I was formally diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder by a neuropsychologist, I had to self-diagnose. I was at a point in my life where I felt so completely burnt out. It felt like I have tried everything for my mental health. I felt so lost and confused and ashamed. There were points where I didn't want to be alive anymore. By understanding that there was a very high chance that I was on the autism spectrum, it almost gave me a sense of freedom. It gave me a roadmap to start understanding my life. And of course, the autistic in me needs to know things for a fact, and so I went ahead and scheduled that professional assessment to see what a professional had to say. But because adult autism assessments aren't widely available, I had to wait almost a year from the time I made the appointment to see the neuropsychologist, and then the whole diagnostic process took about a month. It consisted of multiple different appointments, different tests, and let me just tell you, it was exhausting. It was quite traumatizing to have to relive things from my childhood, and it just wasn't a very neuro-affirming experience. But I also understand that getting this professional assessment comes with a lot of privilege. Luckily for me, my insurance covered most of it. Without insurance, this testing would have cost upwards of $3,000 or $4,000. That's why it's so important that when we intend to be more inclusive and more accepting, that we understand that some people have to self-diagnose. And if you are autistic, a professional autistic assessment doesn't make you more autistic. You're still autistic either way. And luckily, we are living in a time where there is so much information available. And I want to make it clear that I don't think many people are just going around saying that they have autism without actually understanding what it is. For myself, before I came to the very difficult conclusion that I could quite possibly be on the spectrum, I researched for months. I researched about autism. I researched about all different types of disorders and conditions that can look similar to autism. We don't come to this decision lightly. I don't know why